You think she loves you. But the moment you stop trying, everything changes. And that's the part no one tells you. Because what you feel is not always what's real. She laughs with you. She texts you first. She says she misses you. And slowly, you start believing you matter. But here's the question most men avoid. Does she respect you, or just enjoy your attention? There's a difference. A painful one. And most men realize it too late. Because attention is easy to fake. Respect is not. Watch closely. When a woman truly loves you, she invests. Not just emotionally, but mentally. She thinks about you. She values your time. She fears losing you. But when she only enjoys you, she consumes you. Your time. Your energy. Your effort. And she gives just enough back to keep you hooked. That's the trap. You feel something. So you assume she feels the same. But attraction doesn't always mean attachment. And attachment doesn't always mean respect. Now think about this. When you delay your reply, what happens? Does she get curious? Or does she go silent? When you stop chasing, does she come closer? Or does she disappear? These are not games. These are signals. Clear ones. But most men ignore them. Because they're already emotionally invested. And once a man is emotionally invested without clarity, he starts losing control. He starts overthinking. He starts adjusting his behavior just to keep her. And that's where everything flips. Because attraction doesn't grow in comfort. It grows in uncertainty. In mystery. In emotional control. But when you give her everything too fast, you remove the challenge. You remove the tension. You remove the value. And slowly, she stops seeing you as a man she can lose. And starts seeing you as a man who won't leave. That kills attraction. Every time. Look at your behavior. Are you always available? Always replying fast? Always saying yes? Always trying to please? If yes, then understand this. You are training her to take you for granted. Not intentionally, but naturally. Because people don't value what they get easily. They value what they can lose. Now here's where it gets deeper. A woman doesn't test you when she loves you. She tests you to decide if she should love you. Let that sink in. Every time she pulls back. Every time she becomes distant. Every time she creates confusion. She is watching. Watching how you react. Do you panic? Do you chase harder? Do you lose your frame? Or do you stay calm? Grounded. Unshaken. Because your reaction tells her everything. Not your words. Not your promises. Your behavior. If you become needy, she loses attraction. If you become emotional, she feels pressure. If you start chasing, she pulls away. But if you stay centered, if you don't react emotionally, if you keep your focus on your purpose, she feels something different. Respect. And respect is the foundation of attraction. Not love. Respect. Because without respect, love fades fast. Now think about this scenario. You send her a message. She replies late. Hours pass. Maybe a day. And your mind starts racing. Why is she ignoring me? Did I say something wrong? Is she talking to someone else? And suddenly, you send another message. Then another. Trying to fix something that wasn't even broken. That's where you lose. Because you showed her something. You showed her that your emotions depend on her response. And once she knows that, she has the power. And when one person has all the power, attraction dies. Slowly. Silently. But completely. Now imagine the opposite. You send a message. She replies late. You notice. But you don't react. You don't chase. You don't question. You stay focused on your life. Your work. Your mission. Days pass. And suddenly, she reaches out again. Why? Because now she feels something. Uncertainty. And uncertainty creates curiosity. Curiosity creates attraction. And attraction pulls her back. This is not manipulation. This is emotional control. And emotional control is rare. That's why it's powerful. Most men react. Very few respond. And that difference changes everything. Now here's the truth most men don't want to hear. Sometimes, she doesn't love you. She just enjoys how much you love her. Read that again. Because that's where most men get trapped. You give her attention. Validation. Time. Energy. And she gives you just enough back to keep you there. Not because she sees a future, but because she enjoys the feeling. And if you're not aware, you'll stay in that loop for months. Even years. Waiting. Hoping. Investing. While she's just experiencing. That's why you must observe patterns. Not words. Words are easy. Anyone can say, I miss you. Anyone can say, I care about you. But patterns reveal truth. Does she make time for you? Does she initiate? Does she show consistency? Or is everything on her terms? Her mood. Her timing. Her convenience. Because if it's always her terms, then you're not a priority. You're an option. And a man who accepts being an option will never be respected. Now let's go deeper. A woman falls for a man she respects. Not the one who chases her. Not the one who sacrifices everything for her. Not the one who loses himself for her. But the one who stands firm. The one who has standards. The one who can walk away. Because walking away is power. Not begging. Not convincing. Not proving your worth. Just walking away. Silently. Confidently. Because you know your value. And you don't need validation to feel it. That's rare. And rare things attract attention. Now ask yourself, if you disappeared today, would she feel your absence? Or would nothing change? That answer will tell you everything. Because real connection leaves impact. It leaves space. It leaves absence when it's gone. But if your absence changes nothing, then your presence meant nothing. And that's the hardest truth. But also the most powerful one. Because once you accept it, you stop chasing illusions. You stop wasting time. You stop investing where there's no return. And you start focusing on yourself. Your growth. Your discipline. Your purpose. And here's what happens next. When you stop chasing. When you stop over-giving. When you stop trying to prove yourself, you become different. Calm. Focused. Unpredictable. And suddenly, women notice. Not because you changed for them, but because you stopped needing them. And that energy, that independence, that emotional control, is what creates real attraction. Not words. Not effort. Not chasing. Control. Self-respect. Discipline. So the next time you think she loves you, don't listen to what she says. Watch what she does. Watch how she reacts when you pull back. Watch how she treats your time. Watch if she values your presence, or just uses it. Because love is not confusing. It's clear. It's consistent. It's respectful. And anything else is just temporary emotion. And temporary emotion will never build a real connection. So don't get trapped. Don't lose yourself. And most importantly, don't give your value to someone who hasn't earned it. Because the moment you do, you stop being the man she could respect. And start becoming the man she can control. And once that happens, you've already lost.